Okay, well, let's put RCS on, and we are, well, not exactly at our apoapsis, I suppose. We should maybe get to our apoapsis before. We have, let's also check, keep an eye on our electric charge at the same time. I suppose we can warp a bit faster, yeah. Okay, well, that 100 is a bit much, though. I suppose it's not physics time warp, though, so we should be okay with that. Well, we are getting electric charge, even in this high time warp thing. Okay, so that's decent. Okay, now we are going to start. Let's point toward, yeah, our peria. Well, retrograde, that's the word I'm looking for. Also, we should maybe get rid of this excess mass. Let's just make one final check that we are not getting... oh, well, interesting. I don't think that was anything critical, though, that seemed to explode. Wait, that's space debris right there. I left space debris. Nose! Oh, well, I don't think there's anything I could have pretty much done about that anyway. That engine was... had lost all its... it was broken anyway, so we couldn't have ignited it even if we wanted to, and somehow I don't think this RCS is really going to... are you going to shake yourself to... what's going on? Look at that! It's going crazy! Ignite our engine, maybe? SAS... Ignite the engine, and... Vapor in feed lines, shutting down. It has, I think, infinite ignitions or whatever. Yeah, this is one of those ones that has infinite ignitions. Hopefully it has engine gimbaling, so... at some point in the future we should be able to... let's retract these solar panels. Sure, I think that's one of our problems. We have too much stuff, like... and of course, that is going to add to our spin rate for a bit, but... Wait, what happened now? HDPU image. I think we may have just stranded our vessel, even though we were trying to deorbit it. Okay, well, that answers our thing. We can't deorbit this thing. Camera locked. Okay, well, we are just going to... we are just going to have this in here in orbit, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't even know what's... what that would be. We tried to... okay, let's extend some of our solar panels, and I got some kind of a weird... it had that kind of a thing there. It stopped for a moment. Okay, well, we could try to get back with the HTB, but I kind of doubt it's going to work with that. Okay, we have this in orbit now forever. I see. Okay, well, that's fair enough, I suppose. It's still gaining electric charge, and its antennae will last for a bit more. Yeah, so it's actually functional still there. We get some more value out of it still, I think. So it's not a total disaster. We just somehow lost that thing in orbit. I don't understand what happened. It just started spinning out of control like that. It must be some kind of a bug in the Kerbal Space Program or whatever. It defies everything I know about physics that it would do that. Okay, well, I'll see you in 68 days, yeah. Actually a bit more, since I'm going to have to put that thing in a launch pad still, but oh well, you get the idea. Hello there, again. I've finished the one of these It'll Be Fines. Wait, I suppose I might have or also finished the one on the polar spaceport, since the next item is this early Hydrolox engines. I forgot to mention that I started researching it as well. It has some nice vacuum engines, yeah, indeed. Hopefully, by the way, my microphone wasn't muted in the last segment. I'm looking at the footage from Audacity, and it seems like it was a recording, but I can't know for certain. By the way, another thing I thought that I might as well do now is get a new pilot, since we lost one. Yeah. So, next hire 10,000. It's not prohibitively much, fortunately. So, Jogot Kerman pilot. Pilots provide assistance in flying the vessel. We shall see if they have any training time that way they have to go through. I do have to wonder about that. I think only stupid astronauts would join our space program, so I think we'll get a joke at Kerman. He seems like a good match for us. Yeah. Lizard seems like and when Lottie here seems like a really awesome one for our space program, but we don't need an engineer right now. So we'll get Jogot. Yeah. I don't think it actually has any gameplay-wise significance that they have this courage and stupidity stats. It's just their facial expressions or whatnot, I think, that those govern, but oh well. Now then, let's see if we can get somebody else killed. How about? Okay, Jebediah. I suppose we'll give our new Kerbonaut a chance, Jogot. It seems like he's the perfect fit for this, since he's extremely stupid. So, even though we just lost somebody to this rocket, He's going to still launch with this. Yeah. Jogot, good luck. We still do have that mission, right? Let's see here. We have some messages that we got. It must be those that something's now ready and whatnot. One thing that can cause slowdown, I suppose, is that I do some backups in the background. It's not supposed to be done in a resource-intensive way, but I suppose it's not always something that can be avoided, really. Let's see here. What did we... Vessel is complete, Kodiak and crew. So yeah, we have one waiting at the Kodiak spaceport in case something terrible happens, like it sure will. 180,000 meters, and this time let's do this properly, hopefully. Good luck, there's no turning back now, Jokot. You don't even get a day's rest until you are sent off on a dangerous assignment. What is this thing? It's the old interface, I suppose, for some of these stats. Do we... Yeah, I suppose we'll have those stats here as well. For our orbiting missions, I suppose we'll start worrying about things like water, food, oxygen. For this one, it's not all that necessary, but we also have some spare parts, so I suppose it would require an engineer to fix stuff, though. Oh well. We also have these kinds of things. We could try to get two on the same vessel while in space and all sorts of other stuff. We'll see what we decide to do. After this mission is hopefully being the operative word here, successful. I think we'll try to reach the orbital speed unmanned mission. That is what we... I looked at the files of this these mods and noticed that that's the requirement for that manned orbital thing before we can accept that. Okay, we are 150 up. We need 180,000 meters. And we are up there. Excellent. And before we forget, let's get those stages down. Hopefully we don't get any of our, like, anything horrible. Also staged. Okay, 200 kilometers. Let's just try to remember to actually activate the parachutes. That would be nice. Wouldn't you agree? And then we just... Oh, crew report. Excellent. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. Yeah, I suppose we can try to transmit that. What's it going to take? Not all that much, actually. I don't know if we are going to be able to get that data transmitted. We'll see. We are going to slow down significantly when we are all the way up at 200,000 meters. At our apoapsis, yeah. And we'll... Again, it must have been that autosave thing. That, yeah, it seems we'll be able to transmit all that data. Now then. Data received. Our researchers will jump on it right away and whatnot. Okay, we are falling. So let's get these parachutes ready. That's all we had to do. Now then, I suppose we'll also try to have the our capsule pointed the correct way, but it should be fine even if we don't do that. Hopefully. Okay. 150. 100. Okay, we'll, I suppose, start trying to get our craft pointed. We actually have the capabilities to control that a bit. We want this heat shield actually pointed in the correct direction. That might be a decent idea, even though it might not be strictly necessary. Okay, we are actually starting to kind of rotate there. Could you please stop that rotation? Which way is it? I see it's that way. 60,000 meters. Let's activate SAS, yeah. There. 40,000. Let's see where these are going to deploy. We are getting atmospheric effects. 20,000. This is where we would have pre-deployed our drogue chute previously, but this time we are going to deploy it at 10,000 meters, which we are approaching. We are still slowing down. Jogot survived re-entry. Yeah. He lost consciousness there for a bit. Okay, we have pre-deployed our drogue chutes. Excellent, excellent. This seems like it might actually be a success, this mission. Who knew it was possible to make a successful suborbital hop? And there we are starting to deploy our things. There we go. I might even declare this mission a success, even though we are still not splashed on water. We might accidentally activate this escape tower and snap off all those parachutes, and it'll be horrible, but hopefully not. The last moments. We don't necessarily need this heat shield, but oh well. I suppose we could have saved a little bit with that, but I wanted to get it off. Yeah, I just felt like doing that. Yeah, Jogot. You survived! Suborbital flight crewed. We did it! Let's see here. Next up is reaching suborbital speed. We've done all these. I actually have kind of a checklist of my plans for these episodes now. We got a 0.2 science. Plus what we transmitted there. 1 XP gained, but you didn't get of those. Okay, Joe got a significant contract ribbon awarded for completing any significant contract. Awarded for a splashdown of a vessel in water. Awarded for landing on Earth. Awarded for withstanding an acceleration of at least 10 G for 3 or more. Okay. Reaching suborbital speed. We'll look at its requirements later, I suppose. Right now I just want to get a craft that can deorbit safely. An unmanned craft that can do what we want. We previously had this 991 catastrophe. We are going to copy this design, maybe. I mean, it has something to go for it, I suppose. I have some new parts, but we'll see whether we'll get some new engines on this that it would use. 990, and it will be called the unsafe landing. Maybe that or something else. Actually, I might keep this episode a bit shorter. I don't feel like making a rocket right now. I'm getting kind of hungry. I only ate 1 banana for breakfast. Okay, tell you what, I will just end for right now. Bye. Actually, suborbital flight crewed. Congratulations, the crew has returned safely and we put another person in space. So we got a little bit of a reward. Not as much as we lost when we... Yeah, but for now, bye.